Sports and Coffee. We're going to play Flash KO. This is Del Branham's flagship boxing game. This book is 30 pages. This is probably the most well-written and most, how should I say, the most dense rule book Del has ever written. He made this and dedicated this boxing game to me. So Del knows how much So I have two passions in sports, boxing and football. I love boxing probably more than football, but I know more about football from coaching, studying, statistics. I own currently more tabletop boxing games than I own any genre of sports. And then second, of course, I own a ton of football games. Anyway, so I've given them all a try. I own a lot of them, and I love them. But Del has invented this great little boxing game. This will be the absolute first time I've ever played it on camera. Of course, debuting it here on the channel, Flash KO. You'll need just a quick momentum, jot down a momentum line. I went ahead and created a faux boxing ring. The momentum line, the red corner, the blue corner, so my momentum kind of goes across the ring. You need 2d6s of different colors because one's going to be the red and one's going to be the blue. You got and then you can create your own boxers. I've created an undercard this morning, a 6-round heavyweight bout between a fictional boxer I created, rolled up Gabe Wilson and Norman Jones. And then I have a main event in which I actually rated Mike Tyson and Michael Spinks. And that'll be the main event. So we're going to fight two fights here. This is a 6-round bout undercard fight here at Madison Square Garden. The heavyweight main event is a 12-round bout between, now he recommends in his book 8-round bouts. I don't know, I haven't played it enough, or I don't remember if somewhere in his rule book he states why he limits it to 8. I don't know, but I think it's because it's meant to just, it's meant to be a flash boxing game, however, rule number one for me, I generally want my boxing games to be closer to realistic than to novelty. I have no problem with games being easy or having a novelty mechanic, but I definitely want them to lean towards. So, of course, I'm going to play 12-round bouts or 15-round bouts or whatever, and I'm going to try to create historical boxers. So this is going to be great fun. I've boxed a couple of test rounds, read through his book. Again, there's some things he should tighten up. But, we talked about that already in an email, so I won't spend a lot of time on that here. Flash KO. Again, Del created this and dedicated this to me, and I greatly appreciate it because I think he knows how much I love boxing, but I think he also knows how much I like his game designs. Del is, in my opinion, where Del excels is in mechanics, simple and elegant mechanics, but they are incredibly abstract, which means if you don't tell people what this abstraction means, they have to guess or they can figure it out. So a guy like me, I love filling in the details, so it's great for me. Others who expect there to be some detail connected to the abstraction, they're going to want rule books that are more written more detailed. They're going to want some more information on cards, etc. So in that sense, that's just a matter of style or taste. But Del always creates these amazing, simple, elegant mechanical games that are really sweet. So I did print out in booklet form his Flash KO. It's beautiful. It's 33 pages with a cover and everything. But I've misplaced it. I've shoved it in a folder somewhere. I haven't been able to find it this morning, so I had to use my computer, and I wrote down a cheat sheet for his game. And I think this cheat sheet keeps all the rules straight for me. If I do something wrong, so be it. It's my debut. And we're going to play. I've got both cards set up here, the 6-round bout and the main event with Mike Tyson and Michael Spinks. The most important part of this is there going to be flash KOs, hence the name. TKOs occur when you amass a certain amount of TKO points against. So again, a TKO can be a pretty quick happening if you're amassing lots of cuts or big points. And then, of course, so all we really have to track are rounds, winners, or segment winners, right? KDs, if there's a KD scored. TKO points is the most important because if you get 6 or more, that's it. The fight's over, you lose. And of course, it's always fun to know cuts. So I have those here on Wilson's side. I have Jones over here on the other side. I will be jotting down the winner of the minute segments on either side, right? I will be I will be though giving the winner of the round based on who finishes the round in or who wins the most segments, right? So Dell suggests if you win a roll segment, that would be like getting one judge for a three-judge fight. So if you win one segment, you would get a judge. So you'll see. You'll just see how I score it. Now Dell doesn't tell you exactly how to score it. I'm kind of working out how I want to score the bouts. All right, so this will be our first bout, Madison Square Garden, ding, 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 between Gabe Wilson, heavyweight Norman Jones. By the way, boxers are rated on only two actual ratings, inside threshold and outside margin. This is pretty clever, as this is how well they fight inside with a chance at a flash KO. Outside gives them a chance to cause cuts and to control the fight. They can combination of these can kind of influence whether you think a guy's a boxer or a slugger or whatever you want to call them. Not to mention, so with my fictional fighters, I just give them slugger boxer. But when I created Tyson and Spinks, I give them their inside threshold winner favorite punches, including Mike Tyson's only ability to hit outside with his peekaboo hook. Right? Michael Spinks, on the other hand, is a boxer. He has only one really inside punch, and then he has three like outside favorite punches. So that's how I rated what's called the differences, or the inside thresholds and the outside margins. So you'll see how it works. It's very cool. It does, again, leave a lot to you as an abstract concept. So again, very simple. What are we rolling for? This Dell does this in mini games, his football games like this, etc. Generally, you have a again, I call it a dueling dice system, because you roll a dice for each side, and whoever wins the roll wins the thing. And then we're generally looking at a difference to determine the outcome, right? So again, I call it the dueling dice system. Dell, it's a favorite mechanic of Dell's. He does this in quite a few of his games. So to be clear, this is a completely original Dell's boxing game. I think it's probably his most thorough, it's certainly his longest rule book. He covers everything in the rule book as far as what you can do and how you create boxers. There's probably a couple of subtle language things we could add or fix that would make the language clearer in the rules. But outside of that, and so this is not a time engine game. This is Dell's own original boxing game, like his full-on football, like his breakaway hockey. Dell has his own games, which are brilliant. All right, here we go. Flash KO. May the best boxer win. Gabe Wilson and Norman Jones. Ding, ding, ding. Here we go. The crowd on their feet. So we're going to get a tie. There is no threshold change here, and that's going to be quite simply a tie, and no momentum is gained. So that's the first roll. That's minute one. Minute two, we're going to get another tie, 2-2. That's going to be another 10-10 round. Again, the momentum does not shift, 10-10 minute. And last but not least, the third minute and also the third judge. It's going to be, Jones is going to win this, and it's under his inside threshold, but he has no momentum. So we're going to win. We're going to be inside, but we did not have any momentum. So it's staggered 2 points of momentum. So Jones, again, I did not label what a minus 2 would be for Jones. So normally you can label, like Mike Tyson's, a minus 2 would be a straight right. So he scores a minus 2, which I would suggest when you make your fighters, you give them those details. Anyway, so Norman Jones wins that final one, and he scores 2 points of momentum, but the round ends. He's going to win the third judge 10-9, and because of that, he technically is going to, this is going to technically be a split win for Jones. So technically round one goes to Jones. There are no TKO points scored on that, and it was a straight, and again, inside punch, minus 2 is a straight headshot. So a right straight to the head. That's his basic descriptions from the book, but he does stipulate you should probably give your boxers their own special punch combinations. Okay. Round two. So far, I love the game. I mean, I played a couple of test play rounds to make sure I was reading the rules, got it right, and I love it. But again, Dell seems to have this way of creating games that just are awesome for me. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, my God. Jones starts off. Oh, by the way, Jones keeps the +2, but momentum always comes closer back to center before the start of the next round. So Jones will actually start with momentum and he wins. So Jones is going to win. And it's going to be outside because it's above his inside threshold. However, it's going to be right on his margin of 4. So he's going to win with momentum. So he's going to outside win with momentum equals a cut, and it's a TKO point. So he is going to cut Wilson, check, and we got a TKO point against Wilson. So Jones wins that, and by the way, his momentum shifts up another 1 just for the basic. But Rao, right there, he has scored in the second round. He's going to win that 10-9, and he has scored a cut. Wow, outstanding. I'm still not certain of the best way to score this, but so far that's the one thing I'm working out, how I want to score this fight, or these fights. I think right now I'm onto something here. Wow, so Jones now has +2 momentum. Incredible. Here we go. It's going to be 5-5. Oh, so we're going to get an even, right? 10-10. And nobody shifts the momentum, and here we go, Jones. It's going to be, oh, Jones is going to win again with momentum outside. It's definitely not over his threshold, so it's just a straight control hit, which means he would gain. I mean, it's a straight win for him. No cuts, no TKO points, nothing like that. He's going to win that round easy as he has cut Wilson. He has scored a TKO point against him. And here we go, round 3. Right now, Jones is winning. By the way, we always come back 1 to start the next round. All right. Oh, look at this, baby. Wilson is fighting back. It's going to be 4. It's outside his margin. He does not have momentum, though. So he's going to win. Outside his momentum, it's going to shift. So all it does is shift this 2, 1, 2. He now has momentum with what's called a control punch. So with a +1, and again, because that's over his outside margin, we look at outside. He wins, no momentum. So he shifts the momentum 2. He's going to win the first judge 10-9, minute 1. And guess what? Wilson in round 3 fighting back. Oh, we're going to have, though, man, Jones. He's going to get an outside, no threshold, but he's going to shift that momentum back to 0. And that is going to be 10-9 as Jones has definitely got the edge here. And again, you'll notice, based on their ratings, what they're really probably going to be better at. So, again, he's more of an inside boxer, not a great... I would say, well, it's hard to say. The lower that outside margin, the more he's going to be a good outside boxer. So he's really, but I put him as a slugger. I would argue Jones is probably, and I marked Jones as a boxer, but there's no doubt he would be definitely more of a slugger. So I've kind of got that backwards, but that's because I'm still kind of learning how it all works. All right, third minute. It's going to be 4 and 6. Look at this. Jones wins by 2. Outside margin, no. So he's just going to shift that momentum. And he's going to win that last encounter. So despite Wilson's outstanding start to this round, stealing momentum, Jones in minute 2 and 3 slowly ebbs the momentum back to him. And now before we start the next round, we have to lose a momentum. So now they're coming out equal for round 4. Wow, and it's going to be under his threshold. He does not have momentum. That is too bad. So he's going to inside win. He did not have momentum, so he staggers his opponent and scores 2. So technically, Wilson has staggered Jones, and he's got it. Holy cow. If he had momentum, that would have been a TKO point and a KD. Here we go. Gabe Wilson finally comes out with a strong inside punch. And then 5-4, he's going to win this one with an outside margin, with momentum. Outside momentum is a TKO point, so he cuts Jones, so Jones is now cut with a TKO point. And we're going to win that one. So Wilson now fighting back in a great 6-round heavyweight bout. And here it is. We roll again, and it's even. And this will reduce, no, this won't go down until the end of the round, but it's even. And technically, he's going to win that round. And then we go back before we start round 5. All right, Wilson, late in the fight here, right smack in the... middle of the fight, he wins round 4. He technically has only won that round, so that's his first round win. So maybe Wilson is a late bloomer here, and he has momentum to start. So this is a big roll in the first minute of round 5 for Wilson. No, he's going to lose this. It's not going to make the out. It is going to make inside and he will be at his threshold. So he does not have momentum. So it's going to be a staggered punch. He gains 2, and he's going to win that. So just like that, Jones comes out inside, staggers Gabe Wilson. I threw a dice on the floor. So far, Flash KO is playing very smooth, very cool, and Jones has just stolen with a great inside shot, a staggered punch, as Wilson's backing away, staggered. And then we're going to be even, right? And we don't move the momentum either way yet. Jones continues to keep momentum. And it's going to be Wilson with a knockdown. Oh, my Lord, folks. This is huge. This is a KD. But he doesn't have momentum. Dang. Dang, 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 dang. He wins the roll. Check. Does he have momentum? No. There's a difference of +5. Yes. Unfortunately, he doesn't have momentum. So right there, Wilson would have won it on a flash KO. But he didn't have it. So it's going to turn into a staggered punch. 1-2. He's going to steal momentum. He did not score a KO, and he will get that. So, folks, this is going to be a tie round there. And he doesn't score. He just staggered his opponent. All right, now, before we start, that's too bad because if he had momentum, when he started that round, he had momentum. Had he done this on the first roll, Wilson would have won a KO fight. All right, final round. We have to remove this down to 0. Just back 1. Neither boxer in the final round has momentum. And here we go. Wow, there it is. So Wilson, now in charge, is going to score outside margin. He does not have momentum, so that just means he gets 2. So he's just going to get a control punch. And he's winning round 6. And, oh my gosh, he's going to get his outside margin with a big punch. So he's going to win it. He has momentum, and it's outside. It's another cut. So cut again. And that's a second TKO point and a second cut. Holy cow. Wilson definitely winning the final 3 rounds. Technically fighting much better in the final half of this fight. And he's going to do it again here with an outside margin, another TKO point, and another cut. Oh, by the way, he's maxed out his margin, and another cut. So that cut, it wouldn't be necessarily more cuts. It could be that he is bleeding profusely. 3 TKO points against Jones. However, that's it. Round over. Let's tally them. Let's see here. 19, 29, 39, 49, 58. 10, 20, 30, 40, 59. 10, 20, 30, and 27 is 57. So there's Judge 1 has it 58. So see 10, 20, 30, 57. Judge 1 has it 58, 57, Wilson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 58. Judge 2 has it 59, 58. I can't believe it. Wilson is going to win this. And then Judge 3 has it 10, 20, 30, 49, yep, 58. So what is that? He won 2, so it's a win. He had, let's see here. Well, let's just tally the whole thing. I need my calculator. That's going to be 159, 167, 174 to 150, 166, 173. Wow, what a fight. Let's see here. He won 1 judge. So this would be a split victory. He won 1 judge, and then the other 2 tied. So technically, Wilson would win this in a minority decision. Is that what that would be called? Split minority? So I think it's a win. Split, that's if you're using those. Minority decision. I think that's right off the top of my head. But according to Dell's rules, whoever wins the most rounds wins the fight. So that is a trick because blue won 1, 2, 3, 3. And Wilson won 1, 2. So go figure. I don't know how that worked. Did I do the math wrong? 10, 20, 30, 40. 10, 20, 30, 40, 58. 10, 20, 30, 40, 59. 10, 20, 30, 57. So it should be the same, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 58, 10, 20, 30, 40, 58, and 10, 20, 30, 57. Jeez. So he did. He won by 1 point. That is weird. I don't know how that worked out. Anyway, 174, 173, split. But if I'm looking at rounds, it looks to me like Jones won this round, this round, this round. But he didn't win that one, did not win that one, and did not win that one. So again, you could look at this as a draw because it's 3 rounds to our. They had one tied round. No, they had no tied rounds. So it's 3-3. So this would be a draw according to the rules, right? However, for tallying judges, he wins in a split minority. So again, you have to decide how you want to score it. Technically, in the rules, they split rounds. This is a draw. So great fight for the opening fight. I would say Jones lost if it was me because of the the bleeding cuts and the TKO points just lends me to think Wilson would just look superior, although Jones really kicked butt in the first 2 rounds. Oh, they did tie 1 round. So still, it would have been, hell, let's move on to the next fight. I've got to figure that out. All right, so there's the first fight ever, debut fight. Nothing wrong with the rules. That's me trying to figure out how to score the damn thing. That's my fault. I do have a cheat sheet on what all judges' combinations are, but I don't have it in front of me. It's one of those things I've never been real good at spotting, right? 2 judges is a, unanimous is when all 3 give you the fight. Split or a majority is when 2 judges give you the fight. Minority is when 1 judge gives you the fight. So according to my score, Wilson won this in a minority decision, right? They were tied, but 1 judge gave him the fight. I think that's correct, but again, I don't have that cheat sheet in front of me for how they score real fights. All right, but if we do in the rules, it would be based on rounds 1. So that's a tough call. All right, Iron Mike Tyson. So in this one, I am going to use, for this one, I'm going to score the, very simply, I'm going to score the rounds. So I'll give whoever wins the round a 10-9. If it's a knockdown, if there's a knockdown, I'll give him 10-8. Okay, so it's going to be very simple. I'm going to score this simply 10-9, one way or the other, right? Okay. Again, boxing, you're free. Every organization has their own way of scoring fights, generally, right? All right, so we're going to start this off. Welcome to Madison Square Garden. This is the heavyweight main event fight. Iron Mike Tyson in the red corner. Michael Jinx Spinks is in the blue corner. And may the best man win. So I have... Tyson is definitely a brawler. He has a high inside threshold, but he has a low outside margin. So no doubt Mike Tyson wants to get in on top of you and wants to unload big shots. Spinks, on the other hand, not going to land any great big inside punches, and he is going to keep things at arm's length. And you can see how their potential differentials give me what they would be doing. Mike Tyson's potential differentials giving me what he would be doing. So it's very cool. You can customize boxers and you can get a sense of how they fight. And those are things that you would think with a simple 2 rating system, but because of this margin, we end up with this data, which becomes real, right? It becomes actual data because it's rolled and it means something. So it's very cool. All right, here we go. May the best man win. First roll of round 1. It's going to be Mike Tyson with an outside threshold win. But he did not have momentum, so he's just going to get what's called an outside threshold win. No minimum is control, and he will score. He did not have momentum, so he will score 2. So Mike Tyson with 2 momentum to start, he's going to win that first, right, 10-9 by the judges. All right, here we go. So Mike Tyson now with momentum. If he lands one of those inside shots, this could be a quick fight. It's going to be 4-3. So Mike Tyson again, no, but he will not get his outside. He will not be able to breach his inside. So Mike Tyson's just going to win the second without anything special. And the 3rd minute, Mike Tyson again is going to get his outside threshold. It's going to be a win for Mike Tyson, and it will not make his outside threshold. So again, he's just going to win. He's going to win that round easily, 10-9. And again, we're going to give this to Mike Tyson. This is a win round for Tyson. It's easier for me to score. Okay, before round 2, we move that back 1 momentum, but Mike Tyson now with momentum. If he rolls that 6-1 inside threshold, holy cow, folks, it could be over. Glorious win. It's going to be 3-1. So he's going to meet his inside threshold. He's going to win it, and his inside threshold win momentum with a win is a 2-point TKO points against, and he has knocked down Spinks. Holy cow, he will score 10-8 in the first minute of round 2. Michael Spinks is on a knee, and we are definitely up to +2. Mike Tyson has already knocked down Spinks. Brilliant. Wow, it's going to be another win for Tyson. He will not, though. The difference here is 2, not over his outside. So Tyson will just win that round, or that judge. My gosh. And we're going to have 5-5 even. But this round will be won by Tyson 10-8 because he had a knockdown. So overall, it would be automatic 10-point must, 10-8. So we're going to move this back 1 for round 3. Mike Tyson knocked him down but could not knock him out. Unbelievable. Here we go. Spinks is going to win here. Spinks did not have momentum. It is not inside his threshold, so he'll just steal what's called a control punch. So he takes control of the fight with a +1, which we don't have. We don't have anything special for +1. He just takes control of the fight. All right, without momentum. Here we go. It was not an inside win. I take that back. It was an outside win. Yeah, momentum. He gains 2 momentum. Here we go. 6-6. It's going to be an even there. But Spinks maintaining momentum. And it's, oh no, Mike Tyson has just won this fight, folks. 6-1. Oh, he doesn't have momentum, so he can't. Damn it. So it's just, and it's going to be a outside win. He steals momentum back, and that's going to end the round 10-9. And folks, that one is going to be a split. No, that's going to be a tied round. Wow, they both got 2 judges there. Holy cow. 29-29. And had Spinks not stolen momentum on the minute before, if that had come up when Tyson had it, that's it. Fight over. Tyson would have finished this fight. All right, before round 4, we have to reduce momentum by 1, so we're back at 0. This is anybody's round. Here we go. It's going to be Spinks 4-1, so Spinks is going to get outside win. So again, what we're first looking for is who wins the roll. So Spinks wins, but then we're looking for is the difference greater than his outside, and by how much? Or does he win and it's inside fighting? So this is an outside win, but not by enough to score anything special. He just gets momentum, and he wins that first segment 10-9. So Spinks comes out, takes momentum. Oh, Tyson would have KO'd him again, but no momentum. So Tyson just gets a control punch, stealing momentum. I'm telling you, man, Tyson twice has just flat out stole momentum with outside punches. It's crazy. And remember, Tyson only wins an outside threshold on 5. Not only, that would be for him a peekaboo hook. So those last 2 rounds that he scored what would have been a KO was a peekaboo hook. So he comes in, peekaboo, stands up, and lights them up with a peekaboo hook. So he comes out of his peekaboo defense and clocks them with a hook. And if you've seen, say, for instance, the Selden fight, Mike Tyson defeated Selden with a peekaboo hook. He came up out of a defensive peekaboo and rocked him with a right hook that ended Selden's night in the first round in their matchup back in the day. Tyson in the 3rd minute with momentum. If he rolls that 6-1 again, this fight is over. Spinks is taking a beating here. No, Spinks is going to win this one. And the threshold is 3, which is going to be his outside threshold. So he's going to pull momentum back to 0. And he does get his outside threshold of 3, which means he's going to get 2 momentum actually. And he's going to steal momentum at the end of that. And folks, Spinks is going to win that round. So Tyson loses round 4. Tyson's currently winning 2 rounds to 1. They tied around. Again, before we start round 5, we have to remove it back to the middle. This is already a superior fight to the real-life fight. I think the real-life fight was over in 90 seconds. As All Tyson had to do was catch, get hold of him, and that was it. Fight was over in one big body punch, if I remember right. Wow, Tyson has had 2 huge peekaboo hooks, and they would have both KO'd him if they had caught him inside. Here we go. Oh wow, Spinks is fighting his heart out, folks. It's a 4. It's over his outside. He does not have momentum, but it's going to give him a control punch. So Spinks scores a big control punch. Spinks now has momentum. If Spinks rolls a 6-1, he will KO Mike Tyson. No, Tyson fighting back. He will not get his threshold. So all he can do is take back momentum. But he does win that exchange. Folks, they are going toe-to-toe. Or I shouldn't say toe-to-toe. I can see Mike Tyson is constantly trying to get inside. Spinks is boxing. He's staying away. He's moving. Final minute of this round. 6-2 Tyson with a clobbering blow. It's going to be the difference here. -4. It's not quite a peekaboo punch, but he will win that. And by the way, that will give him momentum in what is called a staggered punch. Tyson gets 2. He will win that round. And Tyson is winning this fight. Round 6, we reduce this by 1. Now if Tyson rolls that 6-1 starting 6, this fight is over. No, it's going to be Spinks by 1. Outside margin, no. So Spinks just wins that first exchange, pulling momentum to 0. Oh, 1-2. Spinks inside, no. The difference is not good. He's not below. Oh, that would, for Tyson, he would have, but he will win the exchange. And that just gives him a momentum now. So now if Spinks rolls a 6-1, he will win this in KO. And it's going to be 6-1. It's over. Fight's over. Spinks wins. KO. Wow. KO win in the 3rd minute of round 6. Spinks wins by flash KO in 6. Holy cow, folks, there it is. Can you believe it? Spinks on 5 is an overhand right. So again, he not only does he have momentum, he gets the +5 difference, and that happens to be his favorite punch, overhand right knockout. So he gets his 5+ overhand right. So somehow Michael Spinks keeps Mike Tyson at bay. Twice Mike Tyson staggered him. But this time, folks, and unfortunately, both times Tyson staggered him, he did not have momentum, so Tyson couldn't even score TKO points on that. However, he did KD Spinks in round 1, scoring 2 TKO points. Somehow Spinks then changed his philosophy, stayed outside, and clocked him from a distance with an overhand right. And your heavyweight champion of the world in this heavyweight main event, 12-round bout, Michael Jinx Spinks wins a KO win against Iron Mike Tyson. This has been Flash KO. Again, his paperback book is available in print, as well as his ebook for this on Lulu. I'll put a link in the description box. I actually only had the PDF that he sent me to proofread, and I had that printed out in a little booklet. It's brilliant. It's I just unfortunately have stuck it in a notebook or stuck it in a box somewhere, and I do not know where it's at. So I don't have it in front of me to flip through it and show you. But it's even got great little black and white art in it. It's brilliant. Anyway, thank you, Dell. This is a fantastic boxing game. There is some brain processing going on here that obviously will get easier. I'm not certain if I did this exactly right. I may have done a couple of things slightly off, but it didn't break the game. And I've said this before, that great design, when you do something wrong and it doesn't break the game, then you've got a solid mechanical game. So even if I did something minor wrong, it did not break the game. Right? What would be breaking the game is if I gave Mike Tyson a knockout win without momentum. Twice, you had to really stop and say, oh yeah, right, he doesn't have momentum, so it's not a victory. Spinks had +1. He landed that big flash KO shot, and that's it. It's over. Spinks wins without question. Genius, absolutely genius. It flows well. It's easy to play. I love the momentum. Normally, you just have a momentum slider, but I actually drew it up in a boxing ring so we can see that Mike Tyson, the red corner's dominating, the blue corner's dominating, that kind of thing. It's fantastic, and you can just put it on an index card, slide it in your book, dice, and then score sheet. The key here, I'm not certain if it might be easier to score this if I scored it without, but I like doing the judges so I can tally this, 58, 59, 57, 57, 58, 58. So he technically won a minority win. Wilson would win minority. Here, I just was doing the judges, but I was tracking who won the round. So Tyson was winning this fight 3 rounds to 1 until the KO victory by Michael Spinks in the 6th. For those who are aficionados of boxing history, this result will kind of make your stomach turn, because we all saw the Michael Spinks Mike Tyson fight, and it was a very pathetic performance, as Tyson, I think, knocked him out in 88 seconds with an actual body blow, if I remember right. I think that was the fight. The point is, the irony is, Mike Tyson would have KO'd him in the very first round. He scored a KD, but he did not get that magic flash. So that was so cool. So he did bring Spinks down in round 1. Oh no, round 2. He brought down Spinks. And by the way, we need to put here KD. He did, in the first minute of round 2, bring Spinks to his knees, but Spinks was up and then found a way to keep his distance and win it with an overhand right. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.